Right now at 10, the woman accused of neglecting and killing a 6-year-old boy from Madera was in court today as a preliminary hearing begins. And city crews and police clear out both Cameron and Burns parks to do maintenance, displacing people living unsheltered who had set up tents there. Plus, Wisconsin's governor picks up a shovel and helps fill potholes to bring attention to worker safety and infrastructure.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozorowski. The woman accused of killing a 6-year-old boy in the town of Madera was in court today. 31-year-old Josie Dykman is facing an intentional homicide charge, along with charges related to child neglect and abuse. A medical examiner testified during today's preliminary hearing, explaining the cause of Alexavier Pedron's death was blunt force trauma and that the child was covered in roughly a dozen bruises.
So there were about 100 milliliters of blood just free within his abdominal cavity. There was also a lot of hemorrhage and bleeding around the head of the pancreas.
Dykman's attorney argued that her bond should be waived because there are no direct witnesses to testify that Dykman caused harm to Pedron. District Attorney Tim Grenke argued other children in the house were witnesses. Judge Elliot Levine determined there is enough evidence to keep Dykman's $1 million cash bond. The preliminary hearing will be continued on June 9th. A Chippewa Falls man is behind bars accused of attempted homicide. 27-year-old Abraham Sanchez Galicia is charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide, mayhem, and first-degree reckless injury. According to the criminal complaint, at 1 a.m. on May 20th, Sanchez Galicia showed up to the police department covered in blood, saying someone was injured at a nearby house. Police say they went to investigate and found another man face down, bleeding, with cuts all over his face, neck, and hands. The victim was taken to the hospital for several emergency surgeries. Through an interpreter, Sanchez Galicia says he argued with a friend over a tortilla, and the victim tried to attack him first with a beer bottle. According to the complaint, Sanchez Galicia says he took a glass shard and hit the victim repeatedly, not to kill him, but to get him to stop reaching for other beer bottles. Police say Sanchez Galicia told them he had 12 beers before the incident. The judge initially set a $50,000 cash bond. He is in court tomorrow for a bond hearing. The La Crosse County DA's office and Wisconsin Department of Justice are looking to point crime victims in the right direction. Marcy's Law for Wisconsin met with the DA's office and DOJ today for a mapping exercise. This analyzes what victims go through in order to help them better understand their rights. The director of Marcy's Law for Wisconsin says bridging the gap between victims and leaders is important.
There are many stakeholders who are involved in serving victims of crime, and so getting together everyone in the same room is tremendous because we can learn about everybody's insights, everybody's roles throughout the process.
Leaders also said getting local stakeholders in the same room is great to learn insight from each person that plays a role in serving victims of crime. Mapping exercises are also useful to find out what has been successful and what needs improvement.
Wow, what a gorgeous day. Temperatures were in the 80s and 90s, made it to 89 Sparta, 91 Black River Falls, 91 La Crosse. 87 was the high in Viroqua, 92 in Boscobel, 90 was the high in Eau Claire. And right now we're sitting at 80 at the 10 o'clock hour. Talk about a mild evening out there, if you will. Feels like 81 out there. Humidity is at 48% with winds out of the east at 8 miles per hour. Eau Claire, you're sitting at the big 80 as well. Humidity is at 40%. With winds out of the southeast at 6 miles per hour. And right now we're seeing temperatures all over the place. La Crosse, Eau Claire, we're the warm spots. Everybody else, 60s and 70s. You go to Minneapolis, though, look at them, 82 degrees. The radar scan right now showing a clean sweep across the Cooley region, but look off just to the west over towards the Rochester area, picking up a line of thunderstorm activity. Some of this will clip the Cooley region as we go into your evening and overnight hours. So we're going to keep the rain chances in the forecast for tomorrow. We'll see a temperature of 72 by 8 a.m., mid 80s by the 2 o'clock hour, and then we'll go into the 90s as we go into the latter part of the afternoon. Now, coming up in the first warn forecast, again, keeping the rain chances in the forecast, but there were some days where I finally took out the rain chance, but we're going to keep the 90s in the forecast. I'll tell you when with my 8-day in a few minutes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
Well, Cameron and Burns parks in the city of La Crosse are temporarily closed. People living unsheltered had been staying in the parks, living in tents. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen spoke to someone who has now to find somewhere to stay.
closet over there because this is all we have. That's my daughter's and that's mine.
Wednesday morning, April Martin was living in Burns Park.
They don't really care about the homeless. They're being moved and shuffled all over.
Hours later, April is moving again.
I don't think people realize how hard it is. You have to lug your stuff around.
For the next few days, April and other unsheltered people living in the park have to move.
So I either have to go here or under the bridge.
The more populated Cameron Park is also closing.
A lot of our parks aren't really built for this everyday large population use.
La Crosse's Parks Director Jay Odegaard says it's so the department can do maintenance, cleaning, tree inspections, and park repairs.
The best way to do it, as you can see the equipment in the background, is to safely get everybody out of here and make sure that, you know, the guys can get to work without having to worry about hurting somebody.
La Crosse resident Kevin Hunt says these closures are unfair.
The counted homeless is over 200 people. We have waiting lists at all the shelters. They're gonna go somewhere, okay? And they're not gonna go into housing because the city's not providing it.
Odegaard says this isn't permanent, and it's an important part of their routine.
One of the things that we are going to try to do is, again, be cognizant of the amount of tents and stuff that start coming into the park, but again, it's a public park, and it's where people are meant to go and enjoy themselves.
In the meantime, the unsheltered will keep moving.
The city plans to have Cameron Park open in time for Friday's farmers market. In the meantime, Wisconsin's governor was out in Unalaska today, taking time out of the capital to help road workers fill potholes. Governor Evers picked up a shovel with Unalaska Public Works employees today. A big focus of the governor's visit was safety. Department of Transportation officials say over the past 5 construction seasons, there were 6 incidents a day where a worker was injured on state roads.
Speeding, tailgating, distracted driving are all dangerous driving behaviors, but especially so in work zones.
Those of us working behind the barrels rely on motorists to drive safely. Glancing at a text or social media alert while driving is not worth it.
The governor also took time to highlight the need for funding infrastructure and transportation. When asked about shared revenue talks, the governor said those discussions are still ongoing.
We're still not there yet, and a lot of discussion between the two houses, which I think is a healthy thing. I believe strongly that Republicans and Democrats understand how important shared revenue is, and that impacts local people working on filling potholes too.
The governor says the Assembly and Senate need to agree on a measure that would allow the city of Milwaukee to raise its sales tax. The Winona Area Public Schools Board voted unanimously to name Brad Brzezinski as its next superintendent. Brzezinski attended Winona schools and graduated from Winona Senior High. He previously worked as an athletic director, principal, and teacher in the district. He's currently the principal of St. Charles High School. A contract is expected to be approved at the next school board meeting on June 8th. Still ahead tonight at 10, a Wisconsin senator is pushing a bill for farmers' mental health. The legislation would push more funding to resources to make sure farmers get help during stressful times. And the U.S. House passes a bill that would raise the debt ceiling and avoid a default.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you
all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. Time is running out on the Memorial Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's the final weekend of the area's biggest furniture sale. You'll find incredible savings from the biggest names like Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, Stressless, and Daniels Amish. Only at Drury's will you find store-wide sale prices, special 24-month financing, and even free gas. Store-wide savings you don't want to miss. But you'll have to hurry. It's the final weekend of the Memorial Day sale. It all ends Monday at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Senator Tammy Baldwin is pushing a bipartisan bill that would boost mental health resources for farmers. According to the National Rural Health Association, the rate of suicide among farmers is 3.5 times higher than the general population. Baldwin, along with Republican Senator Joni Ernst from Iowa, are introducing the Farmers First Act of 2023. It would reauthorize the Farm and Ranch Stress Assistance Network. The program expands hotlines, creates support groups, and trains people in rural areas to recognize signs of depression and anxiety in farmers.
Farmers facing bankruptcy or losing the farm entirely are under a lot of stress, and we need the supports out there so that nobody has to endure these difficult times alone.
Funding will go through both the Stress Assistance Network and the Wisconsin State Agriculture Department. Senator Baldwin hopes this bill can be passed through the next farm bill, which would keep the program in place for at least 5 years. Congress is racing against a Monday deadline to avoid a debt default. The House tonight passing a bipartisan compromise bill that allows the federal government to spend more money and pay its bills. But the measure is still facing oppositions from both sides of the aisle. Skylar Henry has more from Capitol Hill.
The bill is passed.
The House passed a contentious bipartisan package late Wednesday night that would raise the federal debt ceiling and impose budget cuts.
Yes, it may not include everything we need to do, but it is absolutely what we need to do right now.
The legislation aims to avoid a looming default on America's debts that many feared could torpedo the global economy. But some conservative House Republicans and progressive Democrats lashed out against the compromise President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy reached last week.
The fact is, at best, we have a 2-year spending freeze that's full of loopholes and gimmicks that would allow for increased funding for the federal bureaucracy.
Every concession in this bill, every demand that Republicans made in this bill hurts somebody and hurts the most vulnerable in our country.
The 99-page bill would restrict spending for the next 2 years and raise the debt ceiling until at least early 2025.
The agreement caps some federal spending, claws back money from the IRS, tightens eligibility for food stamp programs, and loosens some environmental rules.
The consequences of slipping past the deadline would reverberate across the world.
Senate leaders hope to move quickly on the bill, despite a group of mostly Republican opponents. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And next Monday is when the Treasury has said the U.S. would run short of money to pay its debts, risking an economically dangerous default. Still ahead, it is not the weekend yet, but there is still fun to be had in La Crosse with a summer party for kids and a night of moon tunes. And later, after bringing home an international win, a team of dragon boat paddlers are hitting the river again in hopes of continuing their top-tier racing.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Dean. On the Dean's List tonight, splash and dash rain chances not out of the question for the overnight hours. We're going to see a hot start to June with temperatures going into the 90s, and that temp is going down next week. We'll talk about that with my 8-day forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Hy-Vee's daily deals for Thursday are 8-ounce America's Cut pork chops, 3 for $5. Gatorade, just 99 cents. And green or black seedless grapes, only $2.68 a pound. Thursday only at Hy-Vee.
Pilgrims in Arcadia is looking to add maintenance technicians and want you to apply. We offer you on-site training in our new state-of-the-art training center, flexibility with 4 different shifts, competitive pay, career advancement, and a hefty benefits program. Here's what our employees have to say.
I would encourage anybody looking for a job in maintenance to come to Pilgrims because we give them the opportunity to train and advance their careers through our program.
If you are looking for a good, stable, reliable job, Pilgrims is the place to work.
Apply in person at our recruiting office, Main Street, Arcadia.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Wisconsin's #1 music and arts festival is back August 10th through the 12th in Arcadia, Wisconsin. Join us for 3 days of music and world-class entertainment featuring ONEREPUBLIC, REO Speedwagon, Tyler Hubbard of Florida Georgia Line, Jake Owen, and much more. With art exhibits, a family fun zone, food trucks, variety shows, and more, there's something fun to be had for everyone in the family. Tickets are on sale now for just $35 at ashleyforthearts.com.
Hy-Vee's daily deals for Thursday are 8-ounce America's Cut pork chops, 3 for $5. Gatorade, just 99 cents. And green or black seedless grapes, only $2.68 a pound. Thursday only at Hy-Vee.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Tomorrow, youth agencies in La Crosse are hosting a summer kickoff party. Gathering happening at Powell Park from 4 to 6. The youth-serving organizations coming to the party include the Boys and Girls Clubs, the Good Fight, Hope Restores, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and more than a dozen others. They'll have some lawn games, flag football, arts and crafts, and of course, food. Also tomorrow, Moon Tunes officially kicks off its 2023 lineup at 5:30 p.m. at La Crosse's Riverside Park. The first of this free concert series will feature Tom Wopat and the Midwestern All-Star Band. The Wisconsin native from Lodi and, of course, the Dukes of Hazzard actor says the performance tomorrow is going to feature a nice mix of genre. Moon Tunes continues every Thursday night throughout the summer. And also starting tomorrow morning, you can take part in the city's Downtown Walk-Around Challenge. Throughout the month of June, participants can walk to participating downtown businesses who will then stamp an official challenge card. Anyone 12 and under need to get 20 stamps, and 13 and older participants need 40 before submitting. So when you get all your stamps, you just email a picture of your finished stamp card to that email on your screen, or you can drop off the physical card in the Downtown Main Street Inc. mailbox by July 5th. The winners will get notified personally on July 7th. And to get that stamp card, just head to lacrossedowntown.com. We'll make sure we link that on news8000.com. So, a lot of stuff to potentially enjoy outside. So, Eric, obviously, just need the weather to cooperate.
Tell you what, for the most part, I think it will. We do have a few splash and dash showers in the forecast again. Tomorrow, though, I think we'll see that increased chance of precipitation. As for today, it was not bad. Here we go. Take a look at the numbers for today. We made it to 91 after a morning start of 61. 77 and 56 is where we should be for this time of year. 107 was the record high set back in 1934. So that 91 will round out the end of the month. So we had 21 days with highs above average. We had 9 days with highs below average. The coldest day out of the month was May 1st, where we made it to the double nickels, 55 degrees. And then we had that one day on May 20th where our high and our average temperature were the same. Now, in terms of the upcoming month, June 1st. So tomorrow, our average high is 78, average low is 56. By the end of the month, it goes to 85 and 64. And in terms of precipitation, we average just over 5 inches of rain. You have to go back to 1899 to see the wettest June on record at 11.56 inches. And then 1910, we had the driest June on record at 37/100ths of an inch. As for the radar scan right now, the majority of us seeing a clear sky out there, but you don't have to go too far. Just go to the west over towards the Rochester area, seeing a little bit of rain just to the south and east of the Albert Lee area, seeing some thunderstorm activity as well. So portions of the Cooley region will see a little bit of rain tonight, but I think the majority of us will stay partly to mostly clear. We have a low pressure system that's pushing its way up and over. You can see it right here, and it's just going to continue to push its way north and northeast as we go into the next several hours. So we take a look at Sky Tracker as we help you plan your Thursday. We'll start the day off with plenty of sun. Temperatures by 11 o'clock will go into the 70s and 80s. You see that southerly flow That's going to stay in play. The precip chances will pick up in the afternoon and early evening hours, and they'll dwindle down again by the evening and overnight hours. We will stay partly to mostly cloudy. Much like tonight, I think the northern zone could get a good clipping of rain as we go into the overnight hours into your Friday morning. So here's the broad perspective of Sky Tracker, and watch what happens. We see that southerly flow in play. And you see again Thursday afternoon going into Thursday evening, that line of showers pushes its way through the Cooley region. Then it dissipates by the evening and overnight hours. Will stay partly to mostly cloudy. There's that shower I was talking about for Friday across the northern zone. Then the showers again will pick up by Friday afternoon going into the early evening hours. So if you have plans Friday night, make sure you take the rain gear just in case you get under a stray shower or two. First warn forecast for tonight, how about 65 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Overnight storms not out of the question, especially in our northern zone with winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your day planner for tomorrow, we'll see a temperature of 72 by 8 a.m. How about 80 by 10 o'clock? 86 with thunderstorm chances by the 2 o'clock hour. Then we stay in the mid 80s throughout the day, and then low 80s, even upper 70s by 8 p.m. And then the balance of the 8-day forecast. We go to 91 Friday, 90 on Saturday, upper 80s with sunny skies on Sunday. That trend continues Monday. Thunderstorm chance not out of the question Tuesday, but we will cool the temperature down Tuesday going into Wednesday. Right now, Ken, it is 80 degrees out there.
That's crazy stuff.
Wow. I'm talking about windows down, music blaring on the way home.
Amen to that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Eric, thanks very
You
much.
bet.
Coming up next in sports, the Loggers. Hot start to the season. They're looking for their third straight win. Plus, a few of our area baseball teams going head-to-head this afternoon with a spot in sectionals up for grabs. Rob Schiff is in next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or specialty care, Mayo Clinic Health System offers the best options for care where and when you and your family needs it.
Corporate travel can come with surprises, and it's about time your hotel works for you. What's that? You forgot your toiletries? Holiday Inn has you covered. From the delicious breakfast served hot and ready to helping you relax. Need a good workout? Let our staff do the heavy lifting. Our state-of-the-art workout facility will get you in and out before your next meeting. Holiday Inn Express in Onalaska, taking customer service to a whole new level.
It's the Bobby Bones Show. Come hang. You are going to hear the biggest stars in country music.
I admit it, I was starstruck.
I'm training.
You train like you're a professional athlete.
You never know when I'm going to get the call into the big leagues.
Yeah, but how old are you?
And they stay there! The biggest stars, the best music, and the most fun.
Join me, Bobby Bones, every weekday morning starting at 6 on Kicks 106.3.
Community. It's baked into everything we do. And with Perkins Strawberry Freshtival, everyone can enjoy farm-fresh strawberries, starting at just $8.99. Indulge in all our delicious favorites, from crepes to pancakes and more. And don't forget a slice of strawberry pie from our bakery. Save time and order online at perkinstogo.com.
Terry here, and welcome to Stockman's in Osseo, where we're getting ready for spring. Our greenhouse is now open.
A large selection of beautiful flowers, vegetable plants, garden seeds, perennials, trees, shrubs, mulches, soils, and much more. Stockman features a large selection of grilling supplies, gas grills, and charcoal grills. Spring and summer apparel arriving daily. Grocery, produce, beer, wine, liquor, and so much more.
So come take the Stockman's tour in Osseo, where I'll be looking for you, even out here.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
In less than 48 hours, all eyes will be on the state track meet at UWL, but there's a ton of playoff action going on in all of our high school spring sports. We'll start tonight on the Diamond with two of our area teams going head-to-head with a spot in the sectionals on the line. Division III regional final, Bangor hosting Viroqua. Bottom three, Cardinals get going. This base hit scores 1. It's 1-0 Bangor. Let's go bottom 6 now. Cardinals looking for some insurance. They're going to get it. This ball finds the gap in right center. Cardinals cooking in the 6th. And then it's Chase Horseman coming up clutch. He lines a base hit in the left center. Here comes that cushion. RBI single from Horseman makes it 2-0 Cardinals. Top 7 now. Blackhawks not going down without a fight. Cooper Gelhaus with the hard 90 here. This is going to be an infield single. Love the hustle. Then later in the inning, it's Kevin Landowski going the other way. That's going to be a fair ball. Blackhawks get the tying runs on base in the 7th. Verocco would cut the deficit in half on a fielder's choice, but with the tying run 90 feet away, Horseman gets the pop up to third. Cardinals survive a thriller. They're moving on to sectionals as they hang on for the win, 2-1. So Bangor will meet the winner of this matchup. Top seed Aquinas hosting Whitehall. This won a pitcher's duel early on. In the first, Norse with 2 on, but Tanner Peterson gets the ground ball. Blue Golds get out of a jam. Bottom 1 now, 2 on for Eddie Peters. He gives this one a ride deep to left field, but not deep enough. It stays in the park. Whitehall gets out of trouble in the first. Let's go to the second now. Peterson still dealing. He'll take the comebacker here himself. Toss it over to first, a 1-2-3 inning for the Blue Golds. But Whitehall's Braden Lazowski matching zeros early on. In the second, Lazowski strikes out the side in order. Impressive start from both pitchers. Blue Golds would strike first in the 4th. Aquinas tacks on 2 more in the 6th. Blue Golds are moving on. They win it 3-0 the final. Now the next round is set. Aquinas and Bangor will square off in Viroqua on Tuesday morning in the sectionals. How about the West Salem baseball team? Division II regional final tonight. Panthers getting a dominant 9-1 win over Medford on the road. Brett McConkey, another gem on the hill for West Salem. 6 innings, 7 Ks on the night. Panthers are moving on to the sectionals. They will play Mosinee on Tuesday. That game will be played in Altoona. Loggers looking to win their 3rd straight game to start the year. They were hosting Waterloo tonight. Lacrosse down 2, but with a man on, Jordan Donahue lays one down perfectly. Loggers going to trim it to just 1, but in the 3rd, Bucks get that one back. That's back up the box for a base hit. Waterloo goes back up by a pair. Then this ball is going to be scorched to center. It's going to be deep enough for another run across the plate. That makes it 5-2 Bucks. But here come the Loggers. Dylan Kordick is going to line a base hit in the center field. Seth Cox is going to slide in safe. This game is still going on. We're in the 10th. Loggers hoping for a walk-off. Brewers in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. Milwaukee needs some offense. They get it from Abraham Toro. First hit as a Brewer is a big one. A 2-run shot makes it 2-0 Crew. In the 5th, same score now. Kevin Kiermaier is going to flare one out to right. Brian Anderson takes a pretty bad route. Going to be trouble. Blue Jays cut the deficit in half on Kiermaier's RBI triple, but the Brewers answer back in the 7th, 2 in scoring position for Owen Miller. Love it. That's going to be a base hit. Both runs come in to score. Joey Weimer, Christian Yelich. There we go. I love it. Brewers back in the win column. They hang on for the win, 4-2. So we were talking about the offense.
Yeah.
And we're getting it from people that I don't even know were on the team.
There we go. I've been waiting for him to make an appearance ever since he was part of the Colton Wong trade to the Mariners. We thought that guy was going to be like the heir apparent to either second or third base. Mid-20s, switch hitter.
Yeah. This could be the start. This could be the start that jump starts the offense to scoring some runs.
Absolutely. And a bummer for Brian Anderson because he's been playing Gold Glove defense at third base. Also been playing right field, but not a great one.
That turf is just hard to.
It is tough.
Once you miss it, it's bad.
Yeah, but a win over the Jays, that's clutch. Thanks, Rob.
You got it.
We will be right back after this.
Menards stocks an endless selection of quality products at low prices, like Richmond water heaters.
Brandon, where are you, man?
Dale, I'm down here, man.
Oh, what's up? Man, they got it all.
And all at super low prices.
I'm building a new addition on my house, and everything I need is right here.
Nice.
Come to Menards to check out our huge selection of Richmond water heaters for all types of home and commercial needs in stock today.
This store is awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm so proud to have them as a partner.
Save big money at Menards.
Sinking driveway? Call American Waterworks. Settling patio? Call American Waterworks. Uneven pool deck? Call American Waterworks. Collapsing stoop? Call American Waterworks. Cracking sidewalk? That's right, call American Waterworks. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks. Call American Waterworks today.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And a Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit hometownchevy.com.
No matter your level of comfort with technology, our secure website allows for worry-free transactions. Whether at your computer or in the palm of your hand, our mobile app lets you manage your account on the go. For over 120 years, Union State Bank has provided our customers and community with quality financial services. We're here for you and welcome you to bank with us. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Dominic here. Welcome to Pleasney. Let me show you where the magic happens. We make all of our blends right here at the Pleasney store on Ward Avenue. From the careful measuring of ingredients, to the thorough mixing, to the filling, right down to the sealing, labeling, and packaging. Stop in, look over our selection of over 40 different blends, and try some samples at our Pleasney Outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Be sure to support your local businesses during road construction.
Local breast cancer survivors are finding unity and strength together on a dragon boat. They are the La Crosse, Mississippi Sisters. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall met up with the sisters tonight as they prepare for a new rowing season. And Jeremy, these women, they recently had the experience of a lifetime thanks to their rowing passion.
Yeah, Ken, you could say that again. They competed this spring out in New Zealand for an International Breast Cancer Paddlers Festival, winning one of their heats against groups from Canada and Australia. The team includes more than 20 breast cancer survivors from the La Crosse and Madison area. They've been rowing since 2013, and the sport gives them the chance to connect and recover from their treatments. The team is planning on rowing in festivals all throughout the state, but Captain Terry Pettis says the rowing season is about more than the festivals.
For us, it's just part of our summer. We love to paddle, and we want to get out there and be strong and support each other and enjoy all the natural resources and the natural beauty of our area.
Pettis says they want to expand paddling here in the La Crosse area. The ladies are practicing for a return to the International Festival, which runs every so often, but they're hoping to get back there within the next 4 years. Ken?
All right, Jeremy, thanks very much. And for more info on the sisters, Jeremy will be posting a link to news8000.com. We'll be right back.
Action! Get up to 50% off list prices at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. These incredible beds, both at our lowest price ever. Or this beefy recliner marked way down. Up to 50% off at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Don't miss this one.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Listen, your deodorant just has to work. I use Secret, aluminum free. Just swipe and it lasts all day. Secret helps eliminate odor instead of just masking it. And hours later, I still smell fresh. Secret works. Oh, yes.
Ma. For fast sore throat relief, try Vicks VapoCool Drops with 2 times more menthol per drop and the powerful rush of Vicks Vapors for fast-acting relief you can feel. Vicks VapoCool Drops. Fast relief you can feel.
Need new windows, new entry doors, or a new patio door? Do what thousands of local homeowners have done for over 30 years. Call or visit the board store today. Superior products, the most experienced installer team in the region, and a servant-minded senior sales staff who will ensure you get the best product for your home, family, and budget. Improving your home, improving your life. Visit our 15,000 square foot showroom located at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse, or call for your free estimate. You won't be disappointed.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love. Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
I don't know how it's all going to fit.
action!
Now at Slumberland, $9.99 gets you everything.
An adjustable base with head up, foot up, remote, a Sealy Posturepedic mattress,
Plus a 7-piece bedding bundle free. Get a fitted sheet, flat sheet, 2 pillows, 2 pillowcases, and a duvet. All that just $9.99.
only at Slumberland.
Next 8 days keeps us in the upper 80s to low 90s. Thursday through Monday, we have the thunderstorm chances again tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. And cool off for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
All right. Thanks a lot, Eric.
You
And
bet.
thanks for joining us tonight at 10. We will see you tomorrow.